hard to find, we could cross that line. My love's like a black hole sun, so bright when it burns, so dark when it's done. So hard to relate to one when I find myself tripping off that blunt, tripping off this blunt. So I might be blunt if I do confront you. Don't run, no, don't run from the black hole sun.
Hello, my friends. It's Thursday again. It's 4 p.m. here in Czech Republic, 3 p.m. GMT, so that means yet another stream. Today I want to talk about Vite. Now, have you seen last time when we were looking at Cloudflare pages? I think that was interesting. It seems like they have a lot to catch up on. But what I actually want to do this stream is I didn't, I'm running behind a bit today, so I didn't prepare anything yet. But let me just open a code here. And what I want to do, so last weekend actually, I tried to create my first Vue3 app, and if you give me a second, I'll show you how that looks like. There we go. So finally we're here. So this is part of a monorepo, yeah, on GitHub. So there are 3 parts to this monorepo. It's a custom elements, serverless functions, and website app. Now this app is showing the MVP activity. If you don't know our MVPs, you can take a look. I'm gonna open a new browser here and show you the MVP page here. So these are MVPs. These 6-7 nice fellas here. These are our MVPs, and they do some activities. They Ilash does MMT Tech meetups where he's got a lot of nice guests. Brian's writing awesome articles mainly about .NET. Everyone has something. Just like maybe you like React, or you like Vue, or you like creating podcasts, whatever. So everyone does something. And what we wanted to do is to kind of have a system that would display every single thing that's produced. Because every piece of, every blog that someone produces is a subject to promotion. Like if someone, puts their time into creating something, it's nice to kind of bring as many readers as possible to that piece of content. So for that reason, we've created an app, or I've created an app on Vue.js, of course, to also learn Vue, as the version 3 is very interesting. And that application just shows the overall activity, so all the activities that these guys do. Now, what I want to do today is, so I built that, using the Vue starter. I don't know whether the starter is called in any way, but it lets you, choose whether you want to use TypeScript, if you want to use a router, and these kinds of things. So we can take a look at how it works actually. So I'm in the website folder here, and app. That's the Vue app. So I'm gonna open a new terminal. I think it's npm run serve. Okay, what's wrong? No such file directory. Okay, so I need to go into website and app. Now I can do npm run serve. So this will show the site in a second. Now you see that it's starting development server. It takes a while to transpile everything and serve the website to me. Now Vite says that it's much faster. So we're gonna see, yeah. But let me show you the site first. So here we are. And there we go. So this is the site, yeah? This shows all the activities. Like you can see here, Ilash has done MMT Tech Meetup in January. And you see that it has routes, yeah? So it's going to routes. If I go directly to Ilash, you see it works. It shows the nice animation, intro animation. This goes back to the main page. So the app works. Took me about 2 days to build this all together, and 1 day was just the animations, but it works. That's the important part. Yeah. Right, so what I want to do is see if I can actually take this thing and port it to Vite, just to speed up the local development. And if you don't know Vite yet, I don't know that too, so I'm with you on that one. So let's see. It's the next generation front-end tooling. And I've heard a podcast where Ivan Yu was talking about this tool. And the fact that it's coming from him actually got me interested. So I wanna try it out. I wanna see how complicated it is to try this out with a typical Vue app. Yeah. Now my app is not something big. It's got just a few pages. And I can show you those if I remember where they are. Oh, here. So I got just one, there is one view for home, one view for MVP, and that's kind of a template, right? This is actually used to serve the requests coming for the MVP code names, yeah? So nothing too complicated. Oh, there are some issues here. Cannot find module bar graph. Components, bar graph view, it's there. Can you, okay, we're not in store here. And he cannot find module bar graph, which is interesting because he's using it. Declarations. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that for now. Not important right now. So let's see what Vite is about. Yeah. I think that this documentation is not ideal. I think the website is much better. So let's see here. So they call it the next generation front-end tooling. It says instant server start and lightning fast hot module reload. So this is exactly what I want to use, right? Because right now it's being transpiled. It does feature some hot module reloading, but Vite is supposed to be much faster. So let's see how we can get started with this. All right. So obviously for development we need to have native ESM dynamic import support. So the idea is that the browser will import the modules automatically. Yeah. So we don't have to transpile them into a bundle, but the browser will import the modules automatically, which should provide much better development experience. Now, let's see what version of Google do I have. So I got 89.0. So we should be good, right? Why am I not running the latest one? I gotta update that after the stream. So yeah, we should be supported. That should be fine. So let's move on. So first of all, we need to do npm init Vite app. Now I expect we're gonna see what that does. Yeah. I'm gonna do that in a safe space. So I'm just gonna create here a new folder and move it here. So I'm gonna create here a new folder and add that here. Okay, project name. Okay, project name should be MVP site. Okay, scaffolding project. Now we want to use Vue TypeScript. Okay, so this was installed. Then I follow the prompt. So you can also easily, or not easily, you can also directly specify the project name. Yeah, that's what I did. Perfect. Vue TypeScript. Okay, no. So Vite.js create app as a tool to quickly start a project from basic template for popular frameworks. I think I've already done all that in the wizard. Now let's see what we actually have. So here is the MVP site, and let's see how this works. So I'm just gonna open this in code. There we go. Now how does this work? Let's see. So we got a build script here. We got a def here, which is only Vite. So let's see what we get. So let's open a new terminal here and run npm run def. Okay, I guess we first need to, yeah, install. I always forget this step, you know. I always expect that everything is installed by default. So first we need to install stuff, then we can run it. Let's see what we have. Okay, now it's finished here. So let's run it. We're gonna see. But here it's an app view. I assume this is just a simple hello world. Yeah, it looks like it. So localhost 3000. Now this was quick. Have you seen how quick that was? Let's see. Localhost 3000. Okay. Count works. Nice. Okay. So edit components / hello world.view to test hot module replacement. Okay. Oh, I don't like this, but alright. Yeah, so what I mean is, I guess you can import stuff here and it will handle it automatically. Now, I don't want to spend too much time on hello worlds, but I want to use my app, right? So I'm just gonna try to port as much as I can from here. Now I got a few components here, so I'm just gonna copy those over. I guess the whole assets folder, helpers, models. I guess router too. So let's see in the app view. I'm gonna have to change a few things because I'm using Vue Store, Vuex Store, and I'm also using a router. So I'm gonna have to change the sample here. Okay, this is just a hello world. But I got views here. Now I'm looking for the main.ts file. That's what I'm looking for. All right, so it's using only the app here and mount. So I'm gonna have to add these two things to use the store and use the router. And I'm gonna copy over, I guess assets as well, because there are fonts. So components, helpers, models, router, and store, and view, or views. So pretty much everything. All right, so let's copy that over. Can I do it like this? Yeah. Assets copy, assets. No, we're gonna delete assets. And we're just gonna rename assets to assets. Oh, I think, let me close this first. Maybe it doesn't like that I'm deleting and changing stuff. Like assets folders, just like that. All right, so we got components. Let's remove that. We have components copy. We got helpers, routers, store, app view. Let's see app view. I think that's also different. Yeah. And I think I can just copy paste this, right? Nothing should break. Like this is just the Vue app, right? Nothing more. All right, now we gotta change the main TS. But at this point, I think that these imports should now work. Perfect. Everything seems to be fine. Now let's check this file as well. This is just for TypeScript, but it seems to be the same. Yeah, so that's fine. Yeah, so the only thing we need is I guess the data file that's under the app, not under source. So here. And that's it, I think. That's it. All right, let's try to run def now. We'll see in a second. Okay, we got some issues here. Internal server error, preprocessor dependency sus not found. Okay, yeah, that's because I'm using Sass here, so I forgot about package.json. So let's see what else do we have here. So name of the package, string does not match the pattern. All right, he doesn't like that it's in capitals. So let's call that MVP side. And I want to check the dependencies. Yeah, you see that? So we got a bunch of dependencies here that were not solved. Okay, let's add them here. And view router and Vuex. Okay, now diff dependencies. Okay, I guess that, you know, I'm not sure if I need to add the diff dependencies, because ESLint parser. I guess I should add them. TypeScript. Oh, here is the Sass, so I definitely need to do that. All right, so let's see. Vue CLI compiler SFC, so we don't need that one. We already have that one, so I'm just gonna copy the rest here. And then we need the rest here. ESLint, prettier, Sass loader. I think we already have TypeScript there. So just this should be fine. Okay, I'm just gonna run npm I once again to install everything. But at this point we should be good. Ooh, and in the meantime, I should change the title here on the stream. I got a wrong title here. Nobody told me. So trying out Vite with Vue3 app. I think that sounds good. I totally forgot about the title. Gotta do a better job next time. Alright, so this is still installing. I hope this is gonna work. I mean, these copy pastes in package.json, I don't like to do those manually. But I haven't touched the log file, so we should be good. All right, now let's try to serve it. Okay, we got some error here. Import bar graph is an alias to /source. Okay. So now we've seen this error before. Let's see what's wrong there. So source views home view could not resolve the plugin. Okay, so it was scanning, didn't set to resolve directory. Okay. It's an alias to source, but that's fine. Import bar graph from /components /bar graph/bar-graph.view. Export default, this should be fine. Okay, let's try one other thing. I'm just gonna put here dot. Now wait a minute, this is not right. Components, bar graph, view. This should work now. No, he still doesn't like it. Oh, he doesn't like the @ sign here. These are all mine, they don't need to be installed. So maybe, okay, let me Google for this. So, Vite alias to path resolve. Yeah, let's see, this should be it. So Vite alias don't work like Webpack does. You need to use resolvers to do what you want to do. You need to implement two functions, request to file, file to request. Okay, I think we probably will eventually provide an easier way to alias source directories. If your resolver is not working, it's better to provide a full reproduction instead of a single config file. Okay. Alright, so just slash, okay, so maybe we don't need that at all. Like maybe we can do like slash source slash, or that should be components, right? Only. Let's see if this works. Now, the next problem is an MVP view in components, actually. Yeah, so everywhere we're using that. So slash models slash author, is that gonna work? No, he doesn't like that either. Let's see, I mean, let's see the Vite config. Maybe there's something that we need to configure. That's, you know, what you get when you never read documentation. So let's see. Static asset handling. Importing public directory, no, that's not what I'm looking for. No. Importing, no, that's not what I want. No. Project, okay, let me see. Command line interface, using unreleased commits. No. Okay, maybe I'm overcomplicating this. Now I'm this is gonna be easy. I'll just do like this goes back to components, this goes one level up, and to models and author. So this will get rid of the issue. So I just want to get this running. Then we can take a look at how to optimize this. So I'm just gonna fix this everywhere. Okay, let's try it. This helps. Yeah, there's gonna be more, I assume. Views home.view. Yeah. There's another import here. And hopefully that's the last one. Nope. Still another one somewhere. In store, yeah, that makes sense. So let's fix that too. I think here we just need to go one level up. Yeah, let's try it now. Another one. Yeah, it would be nice if it showed me all the errors so I don't have to do this every single time. But if this makes sense, there is another problem in the MVP.view. Yeah, here it is. Now, we want to use the use store. So this is one level above. Okay, this was fast. Failed to resolve import. Arrow SVG. Okay, arrow SVG is on a component MVP view. Here it is, MVP view. MVP HTML. Okay, so here we have a reference to an asset that's not there. So let's do this once again. So one level up to components, one level up to assets. Now I want to do a clean build here. So I know everything's working. No, he doesn't like it. MVP, I just fixed it. Arrow.svg. Oh, here it is. Okay, one more. Okay, no error. See that? No error. That's always nice. That usually, you know, shows that this might work. Okay, but it's not working, loading data. So something is probably still wrong there. Let's see the console. Process is not defined. Start to get data. Yeah. So start to get data, that's here. That's in the index, I think. Oh, it's not in the store. It's in the maybe app view, I think. Yeah, here it is. So dispatch get data. So you enter the index.ts. So we are in the store. Yeah, Vuex. App view line 15. Yeah. So we got in the get data store. So store. Where do we have to go? Oh, here it is. Get data. And we don't have process.env. Okay. We don't have process.env. All right. Now that's something that is probably specific to Vite. So let's see. N variables and modes. That's what I'm looking for. So Vite exposes N variables on the special import.meta.env object. Some built-in variables are available in all classes. Or some build variables are available in all cases, like import, meta, env, mode, and so on. So we probably need to use this instead of process. Import def. Okay. During production, these environmental variables are statically replaced. It is therefore necessary to always reference them using the full static string. For example, dynamic key access like import.meta.env key will not work. Okay, that makes sense. So I need to always provide the key. Cannot do this dynamically. That makes sense. So if I understand this correctly, it should be enough to do like this. What's wrong here? Type string, boolean undefined. All right. String boolean undefined. Okay. How do we do this? So. TypeScript unwind object. Destructure. Okay, destructure. Okay, this is what I'm doing, but I need to specify that this is a string. Okay, so we can do it this way. Some property. Okay, that's not what I need. Structure object with type. That's what I'm looking for. Here we go. All right, so that's what I want. So just provide here a string like this. Oh, okay, so this was just a trial. All right, the correct syntax is this. So const name. Okay. So we need to do it like name, age, and then define the types. All right. So we're gonna do this and that. And that. Okay. And then the same with types. This is a string, and then this is a string too. So what's not to like here? The import meta-env is missing the following properties. Yeah, he doesn't like that. Let's see. Running Vite build, it will load the variables from env production if there is one. I just .env file, so we should be good in either case. But I cannot make this work. Come on. Yeah. Import meta-env does not like TypeScript, apparently. So we're just gonna leave it this way. Let's say this is gonna work. If this is gonna work, this is just a warning, I guess. Preview API key is not configured. Okay, so the problem is we're not getting the data. Let's see. Okay. So we do get the base environment file, environment variables here, but we don't get anything from the .env file. So let's see. By default, the dev server runs in development mode on the build command. That means when running Vite build in your app, you can render the title using import meta-env.vite app title. Mode is a wider concept than just development versus production. A typical example, blah blah blah. I want to know, why does my .env file not work? Okay, so .env, .local files are local only and can contain sensitive variables. You should add .local to your git ignore to avoid them being checked into git. Since any variables exposed to your Vite source code will end up in your client bundle, Vite variables should not contain any sensitive information. Alright, so that means we need to use the Vite instead of Vue. And this makes sense, like whenever I deploy the app, this is going to be a front-end app, right? It doesn't have a server-side rendering at all. So it needs to get these two variables in the final bundle, otherwise I would not be able to contact the server. So I'm just gonna jump back into the env file. Now I don't want to show you the whole thing. Yeah, the project ID is safe, that's fine. Okay, here we go. So I just fixed that. Now we can change these things. And let's see if this works. So now here we go. All right, so this works. So we got the data. Was the problem with the Vite, but now you see everything is being there. So I'm just gonna quickly remove the console log here because we don't need that. But yeah, this is fast. I mean, it's reloading. It's hot reloading really fast. Okay, so we got the website up and running. Console should be silent now. Exactly, cool. So next thing what I want to do is I want to add a new page. Okay, what's oh, yeah, this is still wrong here. Project ID. How do I convert this to a string? String boolean undefined. I just don't like, you know, the red color here, so that's why I want to fix this. So let's see. TypeScript convert to string. Casting, it's better. Okay, how do we do that? Type assertion. Okay, 42. Assert types. Okay, so just a string should be fine. Okay, looks good. All right, now no red warnings anymore. Awesome. Okay, so that's first part, right? The next part, what I want to do is I want to create a new view here. Let's call it feed. And what I want to do here, I want to get all the activities and display them, you know, from the newest one to the oldest. So let's just create here. Oh, all right. Let's. You know, what I want to do. So what I always do is just copy already existing file and just change what I don't need here. So we're probably gonna need store. We're not gonna need MVP view. We're gonna need a different component here. We're not gonna need any of these things. And the template, yeah, this is probably gonna be another component here. So this is a page, and I'm gonna create also a new folder for a component. Let's see, this is gonna be the activity feed. Activity feed.view. And I'm just gonna copy whatever I have here, you know, to get the base structure. So first of all, I'm just gonna set up the template, activity feed, and styles. Activity feed. And create those files actually. Activity feed. What's the HTML? Let's put here a hello world for now. And okay, so for the view state, we're gonna need all the activities, but we're gonna get that from the store here, so we don't need to have that as a prop. So I think that we're not gonna use any. I was just thinking, like, if we need to display the details of an activity, yeah, that's in the future. Let's stick to a very simple use case for now. Now we're not definitely gonna need the view. We're gonna need a store, because in store I store all the data, and we're gonna need a model for activity. Let's see what's the activity helper. So activity helper gives me a total number of activities. Oh, the total number of points. All right, no, I don't need that. Okay. So we're not gonna have any props, because we're gonna get all the data from store. So no props here. And the state will also be empty. because we don't keep any state here. It's stateless, just, you know, a list of activities. Now, next thing what I want to do is check or get the activities from the store. So we're gonna return. I can actually do it this way. Store, getters. And here we're gonna probably need a new getter, because in the store, we already have the activities. So this is the store. And in the store we have the first action is get data, which gets all the data from the headless CMS. And you see it's getting all the authors. It's also getting all the activities, right? So we already have the activities. They are already sorted by the date, of course, ascending. So we're probably have to reverse the array. So either I can get the activities just like that, or I can create a new getter for the activities that are reversed. So let's create a new getter. Let's call that activities newest first as state, and we're gonna do something here. Okay, so const activities any depending on, like, here we're changing the type for any in activities, right? The reason for that is because we're grouping the activities based on the author code name. So we're creating an associative array, right? And we don't have a type for it. So here we're not actually grouping anything, so we can actually return the activities in their normal form, like in their normal model. So activities newest first can actually return activity array. A function whose declared type is neither void nor any must return a value. Okay, so that's that's fine. I just haven't implemented it yet. All right. Oh, we don't have any music anymore. What's wrong? Let me fix that. Okay, let me fix it. Okay, here we go. Here we're back. Perfect. All right, so now we're back. So we don't need this because activities is gonna be activity array, but we're starting with the activities that are here in the state. So let's start there as activities, and we're just gonna reverse the array. So it's gonna be a very simple function. Yeah, nothing else happens. Like we already have the array of activities. We're just reversing that and returning that activities newest first. Perfect. Now we can go back here in the activity feed, and we're gonna use getter activities newest first. So this is gonna be the computed property here. We don't care about any of these. And we're just gonna return them. Return the activities to the view, yeah. And you see we don't even need a model, because we're just returning whatever we got. That's cool. So this is the Composition API. I think it's really nice. It's a little harder to understand than the Options API. So if you're coming from Vue2, this is gonna be a bit of a this is gonna take you a while to get used to, but it's nice and it's reusable. So this will return the activities array to my template activity feed.html. So here we go. This is the hello world, so that's fine. Let's keep it there for now. Everything else should be fine, so we can go back into the feed. And I'm gonna put here the component that I want to use, so that's the activity feed. And we're gonna import that activity feed from... Oh, that's way too many. Components, activity feed .view. Alright, so we import that. We use store, but we don't need the store for anything, so I don't think we need that. MVP codename. Alright, so for this page we don't need that prop. So then we can remove these props completely, and we don't need this as well. So I think we don't even need to set up here. And we just need to provide here the activity feed. Activity feed. So that's the component that I want to use. We don't need any of these, so we don't even need the store here. Now let's see if... okay, one last thing I need to do is add a route here. So if I just create a view with no route, it doesn't even make sense because there is, you know, nothing that can happen with that view. So I'm just gonna create here a path /feed, and that path is gonna go to a component called feed. Now obviously I need to import that view here because the router wouldn't know where to find it. So import feed from /views/feed.view. Now let's see, we're still running, you know, the Vite server is still running. So if I'm not mistaken, if I go to /feed, I should see my new page. And there we go, hello world. So you see, no reloading. It just, you know, before I'm able to go from code to a browser and to actually type the feed in the browser, it's already there. So that's cool. Okay, let's do some actual stuff here. So I want to change the feed. Let me see how we do it here. So not this one, this one for example. Yeah, so there are diffs. Let's do it the same way. So we're gonna put here a div. Let's call that feed. And in here we're actually gonna go with a simple unordered list. And we're gonna do a v4. So activity in activities. I think that the syntax is right this way. Let me check. Yeah, I don't know if you actually need an index here, but I think not. I think we only need the activity here for now, and in MVPs that should be fine. We need to insert the key here, so that's mandatory thing. So let's do activity.system.codename. So codename is unique for every activity. Yeah. And here we can say activity.system.name. And we're gonna see if this works. Wow, this is fast. You know, I'm really interested to see how fast this is. So let's say, so now we've got, okay, there's a little like 3 pixels that I'm missing. All right, here we go. So I want to check something. I want to start working on the styles. So here we have a class feed, right? And in here in the graph, we have height 100% and padding 50 pixels. So I'm just gonna stick with the same padding, yeah. So I'm gonna do .feed and padding 50 pixels. Oh, this is instant. This is amazing. Yeah, so now we can play around with how this looks. So let's say we wanted to do. This is not looking the best, so let's do a font weight normal, and we're gonna do like margin for all the elements, like 25 pixels. Oh, this is faster. You know, it seems like before I even press the S button, it's already, you know, refreshed. This is awesome. And we're gonna set up a background here to make it look nice. We're obviously gonna do padding, at least 10. And we're gonna do border radius. I think that we've done quite a nice job here. Let me find it. Border radius, 50% actually. That's another thing. 5 pixels, maybe 5 pixels would be nice. And of course, we need to do the box shadow. Wow, much nicer. And of course, we want to have a nice heading here, right? So let's say this is going to be activity feed. And the H1 should be a bit bigger. And I guess bold. Nice. And should have a margin, I guess. We can do like 50 pixels. That may be a bit too much. Let's say 25 and 0. Yeah, we kind of need some on the left as well. Even though we have already 50 pixels here, so maybe I'm just gonna remove it here. Yeah, this looks much better. Cool. So you see this is the activity feed of all the activities. Maybe this could be a bit more. Yeah, much nicer. And yeah, I don't know how long did that take me, like 15 minutes or something like that. But this is crazy fast. Like you literally see the changes as you make them. You literally see them in here. Now, what I can also do here, we have types of activities, and let me see if I can actually color these things. So the colors are based on the data activity type attribute. So I'm just gonna try to color these respectively. So let's just put that here. Data activity type. And of course we're in Vue, so if we need to bind the property, we need to add the column there. And we're gonna do activity dot elements dot type. Or is that? I think I've done some shortcuts here. Let's check the model. So we're in model activity, and in activity, yeah, there's a type code name, and the type code name actually gets the data from this activity type, value, and code name. So this is just a shortcut for this, yeah. But we have it here, so I'm just gonna use it. Type code name, activity dot type code name. Okay, something happened. Something happened here. So data activity type, article, event, media. You see, this works nicely. And yeah, here the background actually was changed, but it wouldn't let it because I'm just setting that on the feed li style. So I'm just gonna have to change that. To make it overridable. All right, let me see what we have here. So data activity type background. I think that one is more specific. So let's see. I'm just gonna remove that here. Yeah, this looks much better. So every LE will actually have its corresponding color, you know. So I don't have to set up the white one. What I can do though is add here a cursor, because we're probably gonna, you know, provide some kind of overlay that shows the activity type and so on. What we can also do is add here a little avatar of who created that activity. That would be nice. So let's see if we can do that quickly, or how quickly actually. So let's see now. In every activity, I think that we do have an author. Here we go. Author, linked items element. So the only thing we need is to get the author from the store, right? So what we're gonna do is in the activity feed, I'm gonna get the MVPs here. MVPs. In the computed property, right? So I'm gonna get a store state MVPs. That's all I need. MVPs. That's all I need. I don't need anything else. Oh, and by the way, one thing that I totally forgot to do here is not every activity is should be or not all the activities are already, you know, evaluated and everything. So for some of them, they should be grayed out a bit. Yeah, so when we look here, there is something for it. Yeah, here it is. So if there is a data waiting for evaluation attribute set to true, it's gonna set the opacity to .4. So it's gonna be sort of grayed out. So this is another thing that I wanna add there to the activity feed. So yet another attribute. Now I've learned to really like these things, like the data attributes. This is a nice you know, connection between a data and CSS styles. So you can create your styles based on a data attribute, and you don't have to meddle with the styles or anything. You just add the attribute there and everything just works. So this is nice. Now what I want to do is, I already have that here somewhere, so I'm just going to check that. Yeah, so if there are any values in the activity, any points in the activity, then it's not being evaluated. It has already been evaluated before. Okay, but I think that we actually have this backwards. It seems like this is not reversed. Let me see the store. Like this is, I know for a fact that this was the first activity, the GR web dev. So this is not reversed. Let's see the store. And let's see that get data. I think in get data, we were looking for activities and order by ascending elements date. That should be fine. To promise items. That should be all fine. So let's try to return just activities, yeah, not reversed. No, still doesn't work. All right. Oh, here we go. No. Oh, okay. All right. Now I know where the problem is. Well, first thing, have you seen? I was changing the store. Have you seen how fast it was? That's one thing. The other thing is that the only time when we are getting new activities, so the only time when we are actually asking the headless CMS for data, is at the start. Yeah, when we look at the main.ts, or not there actually, the app view. This is where we get the data. So maybe it's just, you know, reloading the app, but it's not reloading this. So that's probably what was going on. Here you see that now it kind of works. So this is good. But I think I lost the shadows. Why did I lose the shadows here? I like the shadow. This is weird. Oh, there it is, box shadow. Oh, it is there. It's really subtle. Now this is nice. Okay, I thought that it wasn't there, but it is there. Just a really light. Okay, fine then. So that's that. Now I wanted to add the avatars here. Yeah. So let me try to do that. So MVP view we don't even need. Activity feed. All right. So what we can do is right before the active or after activity name, actually we can do that. So we can add here image source, and that is going to be bound, and we're going to look for MVPs. And obviously we want to find the right MVP, right? So in MVPs, this is actually just an array of MVPs, and those are objects. So we're gonna need to find one. MVP code name equals the activity. I think the activity had author. And author code name. So this is again a shortcut, yeah? Because in the author, we're gonna have to go into the array and take the first one. So this is a shortcut for the author. So I'm just gonna use that author code name. So this should give us the MVP. And we're looking for, in the MVP, so this is the author model. And we're looking for image URL. So this is again another helper that goes into the asset element. This image, the array and the URL. So this is going to give me the URL. So image URL. Oh, we don't need to add an alt, but we can if that's necessary. Then it would be actually ideal to set this into a local variable. I don't know if you can actually do that in Vue. Let's stick for now with a code name. That's good enough for this case. Activity, and we're looking for author code name. Okay, now this doesn't work. All right. It says cannot read image URL of undefined. All right. Let's see. MVPs, we definitely have the MVPs in there. MVPs find mvp.system.codename. It seems it is. So that's my mistake. Oh, there we go. Now this is much better. All right. This is much better. Okay, now we got the images in there. So what we want to do now is change the styles a bit so it looks nicer. So we're looking at LE image. And we obviously want the width and height to be somewhat corresponding to the lines. So let's say 25 pixels. That's a bit too small. Maybe 40. And we're probably gonna... I want to have it here. So the one thing, one possibility is to make it behave like flex. Other possibility is to position this absolutely on the right side. I don't know, which one do you prefer? I would probably go with the absolute positioning, because right now, if the activity title is gonna be too long, we will still get the avatar here if we position it as as the element on top. We will still get that there. So I would probably go for that one. So for that, we're gonna need to define the position relative here. And the image is gonna be positioned absolutely. And right will be 0. Okay, that's better. We also want top to be 0. And for that reason, I'm just gonna make the LE elements to be 50 pixels. And line height will be the same, yeah, so that we get the text in the center. Oops. Guess the padding is breaking that. There we go. This is better. All right, now the avatars could also be 50 pixels then, or let's say 46, so we got some, margins. Let's position it 2 pixels from the border. Okay, not bad. And we probably want to give it some shadow as well. Okay, that's not visible. I might have to play around with the box shadow a bit more. But this is fine for now. And yeah, I think that we are done here. I think this looks nice. Maybe I'll need to, maybe I'll just finish the item here so that we got the avatars next to those items. We can try that actually. So if we do right -50, yeah, that looks a bit better. Let's fix that then. So we're gonna do the LE element. We'll have margin on the right 50 pixels. Then 15 down and 0 on the left. Yeah, that looks better. Maybe add a nice margin here as well. So let's say it's gonna be 65. And this is gonna be -65. Or -60. Yeah, just to make it the same as this one. Yeah, -60 seems nice. And yeah, now here we have our activity feed. I think that looks nice, doesn't it? Cool. So you see, this took only like an hour, right, to get existing Vue app, have it running on Vite, and actually create another page using the store and put it into style. So very nice experience, I have to say. I'm coming from .NET background, so having this as a hot reload that would be that fast would be very, very, very awesome. The next step would be give me a good debugging options, because otherwise I have to always check the console. So if we get the debugging options of .NET and the hot reloading experience of Vite, that would be awesome. Oh man, now we have some issues here. So I forgot about one thing. There needs to be border radius 50%. There we go. Now this is nice. All right, guys. Any questions? If you have any questions, feel free to ping me here or on Twitter, anywhere. But I think that this is fine for today's stream. Like we're already a few minutes over time. So I hope you liked it. I did. I like this. I like Vue, I have to say. I'll maybe convert this into an article because this is really interesting. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, ping me on Twitter. Otherwise, I'll be here in a week again. One last thing, if you're looking into content and you want to be part of our Discord family, now we just started a Discord server for our community. So if you want, make sure to subscribe or visit the Discord. It's free for everyone. We currently have a lot of nice MVPs in there. I'm in there too, so feel free to post your questions there as well. I'm gonna send a link to that Discord. Oh, I can actually do that now. If you give me a second, I can send that link into the chat window here. So make sure to click on that link, get into our Discord, and yeah, we can chat there. It also supports audio, video, everything. So yeah, if you want, let's meet there. Thanks for watching. See you next time. See you next Thursday, and enjoy your weekend. And yeah, have fun. Bye.